Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to watch Fight World!
How much did Hasbullah make through the UFC deal? Hasbullah Magomedov, the pint-sized phenomenon and the GOAT of the 40-pound division, took social media by storm in 2021 because of his antics, pranks, and most importantly, his relationship with several Dagestani beasts, like Khabib Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev. These days, he doesn't need to follow one star or another to garner attention, since he is a celebrity himself, and the UFC is making the most of its relationship with the real-life action figure, whose playful demeanor and charismatic personality have made the United States fall in love with him over the past few years. Owing to his growing popularity in 2022, the UFC signed a 5-year deal with Hasbullah, according to which they will sell his merchandise and add him as a character in EA UFC. Hasbullah is also doing his thing with the Naughty Nelk Boys. But how much money is he making? It's good that the UFC only struck a business deal with Hasbullah and didn't hand him a fighting contract, because that would have been the end of UFC's top fighters, including Henry Cejudo and Alexander Volkanovski, who happened to fight in the same weight class as the little dynamite from Dagestan, who ready to explode anywhere and anytime. Not even Big Nog and Daniel Cormier are safe from the legendary Hasby power. Dana White names his GOATs. Now, the GOAT debate in MMA is a tough one, and picking one fighter as the greatest of all time is like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded while riding a unicycle. It's extremely challenging because everyone has their own criteria for what makes a fighter the GOAT. Some argue for the old-school legends, who paved the way and fought like they were duking out for the last slice of pizza. Others think modern-day athletes, who fight like chess grandmasters, are better, and so they deserve to be GOATed. Since Logan Paul allegedly threatens to pull out of Dylan Dennis' boxing match, imagine threatening to pull out of your scheduled fight because your opponent made some mean tweets about you. What are we, toddlers? Well, Dylan Dennis is on fire on Twitter, and he's seemingly making Logan Paul cry tears of blood by digging up his past and sharing it with the whole world. Dennis's social media jabs, hooks, and crosses were indeed personal. For example, this one. And this one. This one. And this one, which involves a love triangle between Logan, his ex-girlfriend, and his brother, Jake. Dennis, who appears to have a diploma from Conor McGregor's School of Psychological Warfare, has been warned. If he doesn't stop his social media onslaught, the fight is as good as done. Quote, "Apparently Misfits is censoring me saying I went too far and they're threatening to pull the fight. What the F asterisk? Dennis has toned his attacks down a bit since the warning, and I quote, I wish I could provide more entertainment for all of you. I love doing what I do, but my hands are tied in this situation. The fight is at a critical point. Hey, Logan, don't let him bully you, son." Moving on, Gordon Ryan praises Jon Jones. The recent collaboration between UFC heavyweight champion Jon Jones and grappling wizard Gordon Ryan was a sweet collision of egos and talent that made waves on social media and had people talking. The two phenoms first went shooting and then rolled on the mats to test each other's GOAT-level skills, which was a treat for fight fans. Now everyone knows that Jon Jones is an enigmatic character, who is widely acknowledged as the king of questionable decisions. Inside the cage, fight fans know Jones as a sinister competitor who unleashes pain on his opponents. But outside of it, he is considered walking trouble, who every now and then finds new ways to keep us all entertained. From hit and runs, to DWIs, to domestic violence, Jon Jones makes frequent trips to the police station, so he has this villainish aura about him in combat sports. But is he really a bad guy? Definitely not, according to Gordon Ryan, who took to Instagram to praise Jones. Here is what he said. "There's nothing I enjoy more than surrounding myself with exceptional people in their given field. This week, I had the luxury of training with Jon Jones, the absolute best in his field, and the baddest MMA fighter on the planet. Off the mats, I was able to see him interact with normal people, not just people he needs or respects. He treated the random cashiers at stores the exact same way he treated me. He didn't treat me well because of who I am. He just treats people nicely, because it's who he is as a person. He's as incredible with fans as any celebrity I've ever seen, and genuinely gives everyone he meets his all." Next up, RDA goes off on Michael Chandler. Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler have had a great time in Season 31 of The Ultimate Fighter, and many want the two coaches to duke it out in the octagon by the end of this year or early next year. However, Rafael dos Anjos doesn't want to see McGregor's quick wit and sharp tongue meet Chandler's explosive moves.
To be honest with you, I don't think Chandler deserved that fight. There's other guys that deserve that fight. But I think it will make sense because of the show and all of that. Usually all the coaches fight on the end of the show, but I don't know if this is the first time the coach didn't fight. I don't know the statistics, but it will make sense. But I don't think, to be honest with you, nothing against Chandler, but I think there's other guys that deserve that fight.
Who do you think deserves that fight? Other than yourself, obviously, but who else do you think deserves to fight?
Man, I think Justin Gaethje is a guy that has fought everybody. It will make sense he got that fight.
If we read between the lines, RDA is being nice to us because, let's be honest, if McGregor and Chandler ever faced off, the lead up to the fight would be insane. So, for the sake of preserving the sanity of fight fans, preventing an explosion of epic proportions between the Irishman and Iron Mike is a wise move. The real bad guy and the Oregon gangster, Chael Sonnen, however, doesn't understand what makes Dos Anjos think that way.
He would have a very valued opinion, at least by me. But I'd love to know what it is. What does he mean by that? What does he mean that Michael Chandler doesn't deserve fight Conor McGregor? It would have nothing to do with rankings. It's not a title eliminator fight. What exactly would the criteria be within RDA's mind to be the one selected for Red Panty Night?
Mind explaining your point of view, Rafael? Jorge Masvidal to WWE? Imagine Jorge Masvidal strutting into the WWE ring, rocking his signature bad boy look. And as soon as the bell rings, he bursts forward with a flying knee and ends the tribal chief. That would be iconic. The UFC's first ever baddest mother effer was recently asked about a potential move to WWE, and he said he'd be down for it if the money is right. Quote, "If the shoe fits, wear it. I'm very busy, but if the compensation makes sense, then let's do it. If the WWE wants a savage like me, then sign me up. I'll go over to WWE and domesticate those guys. I love fighting. If I go to WWE, I'll put a hurting on them every night. I'll torture them. Make life ******ing hell for all of them. No one over there can beat me." In 2021, Masvidal briefly appeared for All Elite Wrestling, one of WWE's main rivals, recreating his famed flying knee that he used to knock out Ben Askren on pro wrestling legend Chris Jericho. Ben Askren or Chris Jericho? Who sold it better? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. To watch more juicy stories from the unforgiving world of mixed martial arts, please show Fight World News some love by subscribing and turning on your notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.